Good evening, children of Midgard. Lost Viking here. And tonight on some midnight gaming, we're going to be looking at Moonlighter. So let's just go straight into it. Hard recommended. Players who want to focus on the story, original difficulty level created by the developers. Recommended for most players. For players who want a combat challenge. So let's stick with the recommended and have a look what's about. Among the stars of the night, there's a land as old as imagination. One night, mazes full of extraordinary treasures and deadly creatures appeared in this land. They called them the dungeons, strange, ever-changing ruins of unknown lands. Soon a village of the slightly curious took root near the dungeons. This they named Ryanuka. Among the settlers, two groups shined brightest, heroes and merchants, glory and riches. But the dungeons proved too dangerous. They were soon closed as too many lives were lost in their depths. Life became hard for the town, especially for the young owner of the oldest shop, Will, of Moonlighter, long dreaming of opening the mysterious fifth door of the dungeons. Hello, Will. Let's go explore a dungeon, although he looks a bit exhausted already. Okay, basic tutorial. Xbox remote, left stick for movement. Left trigger to do a dive roll. Okay. Try and remember that. You can dive over holes, fairly simple. You can dive over monsters, just as simple. You can dive over bullets, even simpler. A to attack. RT for health. To make sure you get all the pots. And for reasons, hold X to charge up. Okay. Oh, that hurts. Right trigger for healing. Save. If there's monsters around, the chests are all locked. Monsters are dead, you can open the chests. Left bumper to grab ball. Turn it out, grab ball. Very good. Oh. Shield doesn't work. I can roll. Healing potion. Ah, hit them in the back. I don't think we're meant to win this. Looks like we lost everything. I somehow get the feeling that's a immediate lose. And the dungeon just blew us up. Lovely. Here comes an old man lecture. Gotta get one every time you do something stupid. What do we have? What a sorry looking kid. Hello, Zenon. All alone now. Rest for a bit, Will. I have you now. I'm doing my old man voice. in times like these that I actually need my sister to be with me, with her fantastic voice acting. Well, looks like being kicked out of the dungeon was harder than expected. Even as a mere child, barely able to walk, you were curious of the dungeons. Pretty pictures. It's definitely Forlocks. There is no doubt you carry the same obsession as old Pete. Morning, boy. Now suddenly I'm from the deep south. Did our little merchant bite off more than he could manage? Let's change voices mid-game, why not? Let's go back to old man. Well, listen to me. The hard truth is this. You are the last of your family, the only one left to run Moonlighter. You can't keep pushing yourself like this. Risking your life on this 5th floor nonsense is foolish. Just leave it. Find some artifacts and use your pendant to get out of the dungeon. And for Kratos' sake, stop using that broom of yours, you daft boy. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this, ha! Zelda reference, if the pots weren't enough of one. It's mine from back in the day. Use it. I have little need for it now. It's dangerous, huh? Take the sword and shield, legend. Now then, get up. You are wasting light. Can't have you neglect the shop all day. Let's see if you can throw your hard head some. Let's see if you can get through your hard head some of the tricks that I picked up from your grandfather so many, many years ago. Well, get up, Bill. Come, rise and shine. No need to shower, obviously. Successfully selling your merchandise takes knowledge of 2 things. You must know an item's value as well as its demand. Come now, open the shop up and allow the customers in. That's the shop door. Hold to open. Easy enough. Welcome, welcome, I have stuff. I don't know what that is. Oh, but you liked it. Great. Oh, salad, yes. Did you see that? Best expression you can hope for. The item wasn't too expensive for them and not so cheap for you to lose profits. Be sure to pay attention to your customers' expressions. That's how your grandfather always knew if his prices were fair. That's the same thing, isn't it? It's way more expensive. No. Don't think I need to tell you how that item was obviously overpriced. Lesson learned? Finally, be careful of selling a popular item too much. If you flood the market, you will have to offer cheaper prices on your wares. Point is, charge higher when something is in high demand and in low supply. Take out your merchant notebook, it should hold all the information. You have gathered in undiscovered wares and artifacts. Why? RT, okay. So I'm saying is a crystallized energy. 100 seems to be good, 170 is bad. Let's push Y again. Seems the sun has fallen for the day. I best head off, you will pick up more on your own. Restoring this shop to its full glory, that responsibility falls to you, not I. It's in your blood, Will. Make us proud. In the meantime, why don't you try out that new sword of yours? Dungeons are more perilous at night, but one can always find better artifacts. Just don't dive too far and use that pendant, boy. Go on now, these very bones of mine must rest. Arrow to the dungeon. Masa, my son, when I find you. Oh well, have you seen Masa around by chance? No. Random conversations. Let's just go see where this takes us. Okay, there's the big door with the 4 locks. Tech dungeon. No entry. Forest dungeon. Dungeon available to heroes, not recommended for merchants. Desert dungeon, only for heroes. Golden dungeon. Dungeon available to merchants and heroes. Alright, so it's a little dungeon. Let's go. Dungeon level 1 and it's let's go have a look to the right. Anything? Nothing. Not even traps. This didn't speak too soon though. Don't have as much reach as my broom. Oh, and the X is a block. Stuffs. Oh yeah, block it. Okay, well. Too easy. Straight to. Oh dear. That door locked behind us. This is going to be a trap. To a person of hopefully far better luck than I. My time is short. I took injury from the strange creatures across the room. My pendant all but shattered from the scuffle. Check him out though, I'd say I fared better than he. He caught me spying on him near the Guardian's room. He dropped a couple items when he fled. One of which is this map. Diagram? Whatever it is, I was right. They called me crazy, said old Crazy Pete done gone lost his marbles. But I was right. Each guardian of a dungeon must possess a key of sorts. All of them linked to that giant locked door outside the dungeons. The 5th door of Rhinoka. Sadly, I won't be around to see the door open. To whoever found me, I apologize for the smell. But the diagram should be around here somewhere. Please open the 5th door of Rhinoka. These dungeons are not what they seem. Oh, big boss gonna kill me. I'm supposed to let them all out. Now I have to chase this weird creature that stole my stuffs. Ah, big boss gonna be so upset with little me. So it's getting suspicious. Okay. B puts money into and teleports it back to the shop. So B. 200 gold. Wow, that's expensive. Look. Oh, that throws you out. Ah, the young proprietor of Moonlighter has returned. You look intact. Finally learned to use that pendant properly. It's about time, boy. What are you holding? Is that a chart of the dungeons? Where did you get this? You found old Pete? Dead. See, this is what happens when you chase what's behind that door. Leave it, Will. Just get the artifacts you need from the Golden Dungeon. And look after Moonlighter. Now, I know some posts on the town board that may interest you. Some shops want to move in, attempt to revitalize this town. Apparently they need some startup capital first. Okay, so you get to invest in the town. It would be nice to see some new life in Rhinoka. Nice indeed. Let's go have a look. Investment in the town. Vulcan's Forge. Do you feel the dungeons are too hard? Tired of your old weapon? I could solve that if you bring me enough money and materials. A forge to be reckoned with. Let's brute force getting anywhere in the dungeon. Visit the Wooden Hat to find potions and enchantments for this and that. Le Retailer. Tired of looking for items in the dungeon? Leave that job to others and come to the Retailer. You'll find the finest items in Rhinoka. His life's complicated enough. Bank, interested in making your money work for you? Trust your money in my hands and I'll make it grow before your eyes. I'm a hawker. As a hawker, I've traveled the world looking for techniques to create objects that can inspire people. This is my card to find objects that can make your shop look more interesting to visitors. Okay, so we can upgrade our shop. 1. 2, more decor space and a brand new quest point so merchants can receive customer requests. Shop expansion adds a shop assistant, extra showcases and more decor. Keen on importance, this is for you. Cheap sale box. 75% discount, items on the sale box 60 and 50. Iron cash register, they tip extra. Silver, more tip, gold, even more tip. Grant adventures extra health in the morning. Protected. Comfort will always be with you. Small chest, extra space for your items, more space, and more space. Okay. Let's see. We already know this thing is supposed to cost 100. I don't know what to restart on. Start high, start low. Always overprice things. It's just iron. The crystal stuff is worth more. Where's this? It's teeth stones. Stick it there. That'll do. It's the map. Daylight. You, poor man. Work all night, work all day. So you can not open the shop if you want, but we don't have enough cash to even attempt a return home. Oh, that's too expensive. That's too expensive. That's too expensive. Oh, that's too expensive. Actually, wow. So everything here is too expensive. Teastone's still too expensive. Okay, I just have enough cash to teleport. Let's look at the Teastone and lower the price by bad luck. Come on, lady, I'm sure you want to buy something. Oh, that one was perfectly priced. Okay, redstone's still too high. It's half its price. This one we know. Oh, that's useful, it keeps the price. Redstone's still expensive. Oh no, sorry, that's teeth stones. What's the use of collecting them if not as self-friendly? So, iron bars, what's expensive? Just look at that. Teeth stones still do at 10. Really? Oh god, that's too cheap. It's not too expensive. $20 is too cheap. So 30. 50 was too expensive. It's just fabric, so I think it was going a bit cheaper. What do we have? Still too expensive. Oh, fabric's too cheap. Come on, the teeth stones have to do with something. Okay, 5, is that it? That's literally it. Oh, we're getting about 470 odd gold, it's not bad. Oh, still too cheap for fabric. Fabric's still too cheap. Iron's too expensive, but they bought it anyway. That's too cheap. Really? $200 is too cheap. It's got 400. 20 is too cheap, 30 is unpleasant. 25. That's the perfect price. That's better. Fabric's too expensive. Alright, that's a sale. Come on, lady, you want that golden core? Too expensive. 20 is too cheap, 30 is too expensive, 25 is too expensive. So 23. Last of the wars once is not bad. Is too much. 15. So this is just right. These customers just keep coming in, no matter how late we stay. Give me your money. Stop. I bet they took it. Seems too cheap. 50. Royal jelly. Rich jelly. I get the feeling this is not worth a lot. Let's give it a go. Oh, no. Auto close. Okay, these iron bars' popularity has decreased, so they're worth less. Yeah, removed. Let's see what's this. Oh, it's another way to the dungeon. Let's go have a look. In we go. Let's try the lift first. Come on, you can do it. Sneak around the corner. That's it. Oh, it's high level. And we have the crystal thing. Oh, it gives you healing. Nice. Why do our tools keep disappearing? Chambers full of precious stones are left untouched. Rooms and chests holding our most basic tools keep vanishing. Oh, there was straight too much. Where are you facing? Looks like scarier than normal. What do we have? Dungeons level 2. This is one of the strange things is that creature dropped in the flame. This one's rich, actually. Almost quite literally rich. For every item you place into this device, gold of some perceived value drops out. It's great if you need to use your pendant in the pinch. The device looks like a mirror, so I'm just gonna call it the mirror. Keep me innocent. I do wonder though, where do the treasures drop inside gold? And am I getting the best deal here? Okay. Items into the mirror, get gold. Open. Small amounts of gold. Yeah. This really is a small one to go. Wait for me, bro. Right here. That's it. Nice. Oh, stuff falling. Oh, I think so. Block on the people. Yeah. Oh god, that stuff hurts. Artifact remains hidden while currently in dungeon. Breaks if you receive too many hits. Immediately send artifact in the direction shown to the shop. Destroys one artifact curse in the direction shown in the list. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, my heart's a bit low. Let's use the pendant. Okay, so this seems to be the standard go in, get stuff, get out cycle. It's daytime already. Soon we're gonna open the shop. That's right. We were unsure of that one. Let's see. Oh, good price. Thank you. Too expensive. What's that? Oh, come now. 21 was no good, and 20 is just getting childish now. Empowering crystal. I'm gonna say this thing's expensive. Since I only found one. It's fine. Yeah, upset. Too expensive. Hardened steel. Has to be worth more than. So let's go for that. Let's see. So we'll trial and error. Let's see how much each thing costs. You've solved it for before. Okay, we got the different dungeon types. Red crystals are too expensive. Good, hand steel is too expensive. Oh, sword is too expensive, hand steel is too cheap. of stuff must be worth something. Come on, you'd like to buy something. That's the perfect price. You like it at that price. Nope. Okay, maybe not. Let's go 400. Too expensive and I've got much. This sword is too cheap. 20 gold is too cheap already. 200 is too expensive, 100 is too cheap. Let's go for 150. Oh, the chisel, that sounds fancy. So you can gain the cash. Oh, good, the sword is right. It was too low, so 450. Come on, someone wants to buy some. What do you think? Too cheap at 300, really? I thought it was going expensive for that. It's fine. So so freaking rare. Expensive. It's not by much too expensive. Follows. Books must be expensive. It's that high. Let's work our way back. $150 is too cheap. Oh, pasta. This is too cheap. Come on, man, there's nothing there but a friggin' fireplace. Piss pot by the looks of it. Oh, yes, hon, still, you like it. Still too cheap. Oh, we need to go somewhere else still. It's too expensive. That's our price. That's our price. That's our price. That's the right price. So we're good. It should be fairly right price. Alright. The book was too expensive. Let's go down to 300. And what do you think? Oh, 300 is too cheap. Really? Make a sale. Make some money. You definitely like it. I definitely like it. White stone. Come on, old lady, we're not here all day. We've got dungeons to do. Dungeon cooling to be done. Oh, that seems to be at the right price. Oh, that was too cheap. What else do we have? Is that our last person? Yes, it is. Nothing changed in popularity. 3,000 in sales. I think we make some money. Well, I think we're gonna call it a day here. Basically, it's the standard cycle of go into dungeons, get items, come out, and by day run your shop. That's a nice, interesting storyline. I think we've only just touched on the edge of it. For anyone who's interested in this game, it can be found on Steam, and it's quite a cute little pixel art indie game. Definitely one that you can sink quite a couple of hours into, judging by the fact that that was just the first dungeon. There's 3 others and a hidden dungeon that you need to do. And we hadn't even gotten to what's the Guardian. The boss fight that we have was just level 1's boss fight. I don't know how many levels down that goes. But otherwise, this is Lost Viking. A little bit done with our midnight gaming. Hopefully I'll catch you in the next game. Sail safe.